Theater. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Synergy Theater. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater, and I am delighted to welcome you here. This is the second night of our brand new Winter-Spring 2021 online season, and thank you so much for being here. We kicked it all off last night with the awesome debut of Station Wagon. If you weren't able to watch that, go ahead and come onto our YouTube channel or our Facebook page. It's archived there and you can go and watch it. It was a great success. And now we are here tonight with The Last Four People on Earth, another brand new show, all improvised and heavily inspired by your suggestions. So we are going to get started with tonight's show very quickly. Let me mention, though, that we are going to be asking for 2 suggestions to kick off our show. And if you would like to interact with us and offer us suggestions, we're going to do that through the YouTube chat. So you have to log on to your YouTube channel. Oh yes, log on to your YouTube channel, get on the chat like Karen Harrell just did, and like Valerie did, and like Dana and Lynn did. And when we ask you for suggestions, go ahead and type your suggestions into the chat. Come on into the chat. It's a very nice community. Everybody's very nice, and they'll say hello to you, and you could offer suggestions and maybe even chat with them during the show a little bit as events unfold. All right, let's get underway. So, the last 4 people on Earth. Here's what happened. Something very, very bad took place, and suddenly there were only 4 people left on the entire planet. Now, those 4 people happened to be somewhere safe that kept them protected, which is why they were able to stay alive. So they were out on their regular day, doing their regular thing, and they all coincidentally went into this one public place. Maybe it was a store, or maybe it was a post office or something like that. They all went into one place. And when the event happened, before they knew what was going on and found out that they were the only people left on the planet Earth, lucky for them, coincidentally so, the place they were in turned out to also be a survival bunker that was decked out and set up just for this very type of emergency. So that is the first suggestion that we are going to ask you for tonight. You folks are beating me to it up there. The suggestion is, what type of place do we find them all in? What type of public place did these 4 people all find themselves in when they discovered that they were the last 4 people on Earth? And I see a donut shop was our first suggestion. So that's what we're going to take, a donut shop. All right, second suggestion, and the second suggestion is when our play opens today, after our characters have been in this donut shop for a while, they've kind of got the run of the land and they're settling into their routine, and all 4 of them are talking about something. What innocuous everyday thing are the 4 of them talking about when our show begins? Just go ahead and pop that right into the chat feature there, and we'll take it. Hello, Frank. Welcome aboard. Very nice to see you. Hello, Alan. Welcome aboard. Very nice to see you. All right. Okay. Let's say they are talking about broccoli. They are talking about broccoli. So they are in a donut shop and they are talking about broccoli. My friends, thank you for being here. Please snuggle up with somebody you love and prepare yourself for the apocalypse.
Day 99. The bunker is strong and it's holding up well. Supplies are plentiful, and the group is beginning to bond as we come to terms with the situation, that this is our home for the rest of our lives. And we are the last 4 people on Earth.
And no matter how hard you reach, and no matter how far you extend your fingers, there's always one or two little dust bunnies under the bed that you just can't get. That's probably what I miss most.
I miss broccoli. I do. I mean, broccoli covers every nutritional aspect of what I eat. It's got the little florets, it's got the stem. I miss it. It gives me gas. It doesn't matter. I miss so much.
My favorite diet was the broccoli diet. That made me get the Model of the Year award locally.
That makes sense.
You know, I didn't mention this yet, Ambrosia, but I was there at the presentation ceremony in Lafayette Park. I saw that.
Oh, I think I remember seeing you, Barry. You were sitting right in the front row. I saw those eyes, and my heart just went pit-a-pat. I'm so glad you're the last man on earth.
Wow, you're just bringing that up now? Wow.
Bringing what up, Wesleya?
That you knew her.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say I knew her. I perhaps admired her from afar. I maybe followed her career, and I was delighted when she won the award. That's all.
And
You came backstage and I gave you my autograph and a sweet kiss on your cheek.
Whoa. And
Wow, I'm just so surprised you remember me. So many people were there.
How could I forget you, Barry?
Barry, do you know what I remember? I remember walking, I saw you walking down the street, and I saw you follow Ambrosia into the donut shop that day.
All right. I might as well tell you all. That's right. It was a Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, I always took an extra half-hour lunch break from the staffing agency. You see, being the branch manager, I was able to take some points of personal privilege like that from time to time. Well, I knew that Ambrosia was making a local appearance at the PetSmart, and yeah, I followed her into the donut shop. I wasn't doing anything creepy, Ambrosia. I was just going to ask you for your autograph or a selfie or something.
Ambrosia, that must happen to you all the time.
It does. It was such a problem, but I don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah, but
You know what? You're like Ginger on Gilligan's Island.
Well, thank you. She was my favorite character. Of course, I just saw it in reruns because I'm only 22.
Well, I have an idea.
To anyone out there that can hear me, this is a pre-recorded message. I'm just hoping that maybe someone has left their radio on. And if you have, then you're hearing my voice. My name is David Miller. My whole family's gone. I'm all alone. Please, if you're getting this message, I'm going to be in the center of town. Underneath bunker 46 is a big painting I put outside before I had to shelter inside. If you can hear me, please come help me. I don't want to die alone. I don't.
oh my God.
Is that a recording or was that live? Is he out there?
He said it was
It doesn't matter, but there's nothing we could do about it, okay?
No. I think we need to go out there.
No!
No, Gretchen, you know we can't do that.
But there could be another man alive.
We have no
Ambrosia,
idea whether that recording is from 10 days ago or 90 days ago. We have no idea if he's alive, and it's too dangerous to go out there and risk anything. We said that we'll never open the door.
The minute you open it, we're dead.
But couldn't you hear the way his voice was just crackling? Like he was so alone.
Oh my
And
God.
he's out there all by himself.
And his voice sounded so sensual.
Oh God. Oh my God. It's so. I hate this place.
Come on, everybody. Let's keep talking about our favorite vegetables and cleaning obstacles.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Well, speaking of broccoli, one thing that annoys me about broccoli is when I would cook it in the microwave. Remember microwaves? And when I would take the florets out, and there would always be all these tiny little green pieces in the bottom of the bowl.
I love those green pieces. Sometimes those were all I ate for dinner.
All right. Yeah. So maybe we don't have broccoli anymore, but look around. I mean, if you're going to be trapped somewhere for the rest of your life, isn't it great that we're in a donut shop? I mean, it's bright, those fluorescent lights give us plenty of ambiance. We have the delicious aroma of the donuts, and we have the cute little rabbit mascot cartoon fella up there looking down on us and smiling.
no, I don't know about you, Gretchen, but when I'm standing next to Ambrosia, I feel like one of those plain donuts.
Like just a cake donut with no glaze on it and no filling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Nobody followed me in here.
Oh,
Barry,
wait.
I have a question for you, Barry. I've just been nibbling donuts because I'm trying to keep my figure, but do you think I would look bad if I gained a little more weight in certain places?
Oh my God.
I don't think there's anything you could do to make yourself look bad, Ambrosia.
Oh, thank you.
Here, Ambrosia, have some of these holes.
Oh, thank you. It's okay with you, Barry, right? I'm so hungry. Mm. Oh, they taste good. They're cinnamon rolls. Oh.
Ambrosia, I have a question for you. I've been dying to ask you this for the last 3 months. That day, when I saw Barry follow you into the donut store, knowing how you don't eat much, tell me what you were doing that day at the donut store.
Well, the manager at the donut store had sent me a big bouquet of flowers, and he had invited me out to dinner. So I was going over there because he was going to take me to Chez Francais, the fanciest restaurant in our town.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's an interesting point. How come he's not in here with us?
Well,
He,
there's only so much room in here, Barry.
he,
And
he,
What are you saying?
I think Ambrosia has something to say.
well, he did tell me, when the event started, that he had a special place, but there was only room for 4 people. And when he got me to the door, I saw that there were already 3 people in, and the door just happened to close behind me.
No. Did you shut him out?
I just happened to twitch because I was so scared, and I felt so bad about that. Chauncey was such a nice man.
I
You knew
cannot
his
believe
name?
it.
Well, yes, I know his name. He sent me this big bouquet of flowers. It was red roses, and in love language, red roses means I love you.
So you mean it was either him or you?
Well, I wouldn't put it that way, but since he loved me, I was sure he would want to have the last moments of his life content because he saved my life.
So that's what you want, Barry? You want to spend the rest of your life here with this shallow, self-centered beauty queen at 22 who's going to lose her looks from eating all of the donuts in this shop.
Excuse me a minute. I feel better now.
Ambrosia, is that what you do?
Well, I have to maintain my figure. This is what all models do.
Even when nobody's looking at you?
Barry was looking at me and you're looking at me, and Wesley, it's not the admiring crowds I'm used to, but I'll have to make do.
Look, Wesley, you say it like I planned this whole thing. No one planned who we were going to be in a donut shop with when everything ended except for the four of us. This is who we got, right? This is what we have to make the best of, right?
Barry, try to convince me that you didn't follow her in here. You went to her beauty contests. You went backstage to see her. I don't believe you for a minute that you didn't follow her here.
Wesley, you and I are not a couple anymore.
Well, I need to tell you all something. And now that I know, Ambrosia, what you did, you need to know that Chauncey was my cousin.
Oh.
And I was coming in that day to pick him up to go to his mom's funeral. And I can't believe that you kicked him out of the bunker.
I didn't kick him out. I just accidentally pushed the door shut.
But you know what? That's not really true, Gretchen. Barry pulled him out of the way and shoved himself in.
To get to Ambrosia?
Yes, because I was following Barry because I knew something was up. He was looking at her magazines all day long. He couldn't keep his eyes off everything. She's so obsessed with her.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that at all. You and Gretchen and me, we were already in. I saw Ambrosia and the fellow at the door, and I just grabbed for the first person I could grab, and I closed the door. There can only be four.
You know what I think? I think that we'd be better off if there were only three of us. And I think, Ambrosia, since you don't really like to eat donuts, and you think that that guy out there has a sensual voice, I think you should go check it out.
No, stop it, Gretchen. That's cruel.
Oh my God, Gretchen, why? Why?
Well, look what she did.
I just told you Barry did it.
I don't believe you.
It doesn't matter who did what. Don't you understand? He's gone, and he's not coming back. And that guy on the recording, he's gone. It's just us. So why don't we start fresh? And speaking of fresh, I would like to recommend that we open that cabinet and share one of those last few fresh donuts.
I think of the event.
It's just thunder. It's just thunder. It's a natural, beautiful thing. Come on, people. This is where we are, and this is what we have. And we're going to make the best of it. Now, who's in? Who wants to open that cabinet over there.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
We said we'd vote before we eat one of the fresh donuts. We only have 7 to last us the rest of our lives. So I vote we open up that glass door and eat one. Who else?
I'll do it. Come on, Gretchen. Ambrosia, are you in?
I really am afraid that if I eat a donut, I might gain half a pound. And
Wasted on you.
Barry, will you love me then? Please.
Ambrosia, all I wanted right now is to share a donut.
I'll share it with you then.
Will you
Okay, I
for it
vote.
then? Okay, 3.
Yes.
Gretchen?
No, no. Just, we need to last. We need to stretch them out. And if we eat them all now, what do we have to look forward to? We need to keep them so that we have something to look forward to in another 3 months or more.
Well, if we just keep saving the donuts forever, then what's the point of having them at all?
Well,
Because it's dessert. Because you need something to look forward to. Because you need something that we can hang on to. Because look at us. We're
that's
awful.
exactly what I'm saying. We need something to look forward to. And if we eat them all now, can you imagine being here for the rest of our lives without a fresh donut? We have the donut machine. We've got the makings for it, but we don't know how to make those delicious fresh donuts.
Gretchen, forget about those donuts right now. Why are you here? Your cousin, I don't understand. I know why I'm here. I followed Barry. I wanted to see where he was going, and now I know. But you, I don't understand.
I came to pick up Chauncey. We were going to go to the funeral together.
That can't possibly be true because he was taking me out to dinner to Chez Frances.
Well, what are you
Look.
saying? You don't believe me?
Look, can't we just let him go? In fact, Wesleya, I think letting go is something that you and I need to talk about. Why were you following me? We are not a couple anymore.
Because I didn't like the way that you ended it with me, because I don't believe you, Barry. Because your obsession blinded you. I did everything for you, everything. I gave up my job, my life to support you, to put a roof over our heads. I let you go to work every day while I was the 1950s wife. And this is what I get? I don't understand what you see in her.
Wesleya, I'm not in love with her.
You're not in love with me? What do you mean?
Ambrosia, look, I'm sorry. I never said I was in love with you. You're a beautiful woman. You're a model. I thought it was nice to be next to you, but no, I'm not in love with you.
So why did you leave me then? If it wasn't for her.
I told you it wasn't because of anyone else, Wesleya. I left you because I just fell out of love with you. I'm sorry. I don't know how things like that work. I know that for years, I woke up every day and I looked over at you on the pillow next to me and I touched your hair and I felt your sweet breath on the back of my hand, and I was happy. I loved you. But I don't know. I promise you, there was no other woman. There is no other woman. I just woke up one morning and I didn't feel like touching your hair.
So really you wanted some sort of an assortment, the dozen assortment. Pick any assortment. I don't get it, Barry. How do I live up to this? How? Look, she's so yeah, I wake up in the morning, I look like this. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
You're choosing not to hear me, Wesleya. You know it's not about what you looked like when you woke up in the morning. Sometimes people just change. I don't love you anymore. I'm sorry.
I can't even get the love of the last man on earth. You're a horrible person, Barry Needleman. You're horrible.
Look, we are going to be in this donut shop for 30 years or more. We have got to figure out a way to get what we need from each other without ripping ourselves apart.
30 years with no sex? No admiration?
No. I get it. You know what? Why did I work so hard to get you to pay attention to me when I don't love you, Barry? I loved a fantasy. I loved what I thought you were supposed to love. And yet it wasn't real. What was I thinking?
Okay. Okay, good. So now we can start fresh. We could be friends. We were always friends, Wesleya.
I can't be friends with you. We were never friends. If we were friends, who's my best friend? Do you know?
Marlene.
No, Barry, it's you. You're supposed to be my best friend. But now, 99 days into it, Gretchen is my best friend. Gretchen and I stay up all night giggling and talking. You don't hear us? She tells me everything. She shares everything with me. She's what you should have been.
I'm sorry.
You know what? No. I think I need to say I'm sorry.
Why?
Because I think that you are my best friend, but I don't tell you everything. Like you said. And I'm trying to pretend like I didn't do something horrible. And I'm trying to blame other people for what I'm responsible for. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ambrosia. And I'm sorry, Barry.
What did you do?
Chauncey is my cousin. And it was actually, I knew that there were only spaces enough for 4 people because I knew when he was planning this bunker that he thought it would just be me and him, his wife, and his daughter. And they didn't make it here. And I rushed to get in, and you didn't push him out, Ambrosia. And Barry, you didn't do it. It was me.
Why?
You murdered your cousin. You're an evil, wicked woman.
No, come, stop that. 4 people. Ambrosia, just 4 people. Who can be responsible for what decisions they might make in the heat of the moment at some crisis like that?
How do we know we can trust her? Suppose she decides to murder us for the donuts.
I panicked. Haven't you ever panicked before? I panicked and I did this self-preservation thing and it took over and I could only think about myself. And now I just have to live with that every day. And I feel horrible.
I feel horrible too because you killed Chauncey and he loved me.
Okay,
Ambrose, he was married. Did you not know?
It doesn't matter. If he had lived, it would have been Chauncey and me and 2 other people.
Roja, don't you get it? You can't be that blind. Don't you want more out of your life? You're not just some dressing. You're a person with feelings, and you're way more than your hair and your makeup and the beautiful dress and your gorgeous earrings. You're more than that.
What am I, Wesley? What am I?
You're a beautiful person. You don't need Barry or some married man to make you better. Didn't you just hear me tell Barry, I don't love him? And I struggled through our marriage, getting him to love me. I thought, why did I work so hard? It's okay to just look in the mirror and be okay with how you look when you wake up in the morning.
Wesley, I think you're right, but what if it's not what you look like, but what's inside of you that you can't stand?
What don't you stand? What I don't stand is not being true to myself. I worked so hard, 99 days, trying to get Barry to pay attention to me, and he had only eyes for Ambrosia. And so I was jealous.
I was asking for myself.
Gretchen, you're beautiful.
No, inside of me is nothing. I'm an empty hole.
All I have is my looks. My mother told me, your face is your fortune. You're not that smart, but you can get ahead by being beautiful and putting your makeup on right.
That's so my mother said that if you wear lipstick every time you go out, you'll catch a man. I have been putting lipstick on for 99 days, and what man is there to catch? I don't want that catch. I want to throw him back. So I put the lipstick on because it makes me feel human.
Okay, I changed my mind. We should just eat those stupid donuts because all they are is a bunch of sugar and fat and dough, and it's a bunch of sprinkles on top and some stuff in the middle, and they're empty, and we should just eat them and get them done with.
1 donut. That's what I was saying before. We'll sparse them out over 30 years. I'm calling for another vote. Who wants to open up that glass cabinet and eat one of those fresh donuts?
I want to eat them all. I want us all to eat them now.
Wesleya?
No.
Why, Wesleya?
Because, Gretchen, I'm just going to say this to you. Just to you, Gretchen, so hear me out. You said that all it was was sugar and flour and sprinkles. But don't you get it? The reason it's good is because it's blended together. And it's amazing. And you don't see yourself that way. You are blended together into this amazing person. And I just don't feel like you get it. And I don't want to eat a donut with somebody that can't see themselves for who they are, and only for Ambrosia to throw it up the minute she puts it in her mouth. It isn't just a donut. It isn't.
That was really beautiful, Wesley.
You're right. She's right. It is the way those things come together and how they blend together and then make this one amazing thing.
Yes, and think about it. Think about it. Do you share broccoli or do you share dessert? Do you hover over broccoli and go, oh gosh, it's so good. But then when it comes time to dessert, everybody wants it. You want to take a spoon, you want to savor it, and you're exclaiming over it. It is something more than broccoli.
In
That's
fact,
what I want.
the only way that I would ever hover over broccoli is when my mom made it and put cheese on top.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
So you're right. It's the whole thing.
Wesley, I haven't seen you smile so joyously and carefree in a really long time.
I don't know. Maybe it's just being here and having to sit here with you guys and just listen. And I haven't really done that. I haven't really listened. And maybe that's it, Barry.
That's what I loved so much about you when we first went together, the way I would listen to you and you would listen to me, and we'd take all of our sadnesses and sorrows and put them together and make something beautiful between the, oh God, Wesley, I do love you.
Well, when did we stop listening?
I don't know, but we have nothing else to do except listen to each other now.
I'll have that donut now.
I've got an idea. Since Barry's the only man here, maybe we can all share Barry. I'd be willing to share.
You know what? I think you and me, Ambrosia, you and I, should just focus on blending all of ourselves together and making ourselves enough. And we don't need to share Barry because we're enough alone as we are.
Wesley? Well, could you imagine the two of us getting back together?
I've been imagining it for 99 days and 10 years, Barry. I just didn't know how to do it anymore. I didn't know how to get you to hear me because
I hear you now.
You guys, I think this is beautiful. And I'll tell you what, I am going to give up the dry storage room because it's big enough for two. And I'll take whatever space you want to give me.
My goodness, is this real? Are we a couple again, Wesley?
Would you share your donut?
Of course.
I could be a couple again.
Ambrosia, will you forgive me for blaming you?
I forgive you for blaming me, but I don't forgive you for taking away my last opportunity to have love.
Ambrosia, I think you have every right to not forgive me for that. And yet I think that there's something for you here to learn, that you are not an empty hole either. You are a beautiful person, and you don't need Chauncey or Barry or some other guy to make you feel whole. You're enough.
You could say that because you're older than me, and you all have been married and everything, but I never had that, and I never am ever gonna have that now.
And Ambrosia, listen to me. Listen, because that is what we're going to do in this bunker. We are going to listen to each other. Why? Why do you want to be with married men?
Because right now, this married man is the only man available, and if I don't have a man in my life, I'm nothing.
That is a pattern we need to look at, because Chauncey was married.
He said he was going to leave his wife for me. He promised.
They always say that.
He told that to other ladies too. I'm sorry. You weren't the only one, Ambrosia.
I feel like such a fool.
No.
That was really nice of you, Gretchen, the way you supported her like that.
Thank you.
I mean, if we're gonna be a society here, that's what we're gonna need to do, right? We're gonna need to be loving like you just were.
Yeah. And we need to love ourselves too. I need to love myself. And yes, we need to do that.
You know, I never noticed how your eyes pick up the fluorescent light before.
Which color? The bunny's hat or the bunny's basket?
You are so funny. The bunny's butt.
Ah!
Oh, look at that smile.
It's going to be okay, I think. I think we're going to be okay.
Gretchen. Wow. Wow, I'm just feeling so overcome with feelings for you, Gretchen.
Oh my God, Barry.
What?
Again?
I
You know, I know I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go right now. So I'm going to shut down like this.
No, wait. Oh, God. Wesley, I'm sorry.
Barry, you're leading every woman here on.
No,
You told me you loved me before, and then in front of everybody, you said you didn't. You're just a player.
I'm not a player. I can't help the way I feel. I can't help it if I feel something for you one day and then I don't feel that thing for you another day. Each feeling, when I feel it, is real.
You know what, ladies? You know what Barry is? He is a day-old donut.
I agree.
Gretchen, don't you listen to them. Look, Gretchen, we have a lot of time to spend in this donut shop, and we could either spend it sitting at different tables, or we can spend it sitting at the same table with someone who's important to us. I want you to be that person, Gretchen. I want you to be that person who sits at the table with me.
Barry, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. I already killed my soul by letting my survival instinct kick in. And I am not going to do that to Wesleya. Barry, we can sit at the same table, but I'm not going to hurt my friend.
Now that's the way it's supposed to be.
Gretchen, please. I
You're
mean,
empty calories, Barry. Like like the sugar in donuts, just empty. Tempting, but empty.
That is so true.
so what are we going to do? Just spend the rest of our lives sitting here with nobody enjoying love with anybody?
Well, that sounds like what you're going to do, Barry, because Gretchen and Ambrosia and I are going to have a grand old time.
No,
Yeah.
that isn't true. Ambrosia, you're not just going to leave me here, pining away when I look over at you and see those beautiful, beautiful lips.
Stop it with the sweet words. I
Those
know.
beautiful
This
eyes.
minute it's me. Next minute it'll be Wesleya. The next minute it'll be Gretchen. I'm not a fool anymore.
Fair, beautiful skin. Ambrosia, I swear, if you will love me, Ambrosia, I will spend the rest of our time here idolizing you.
Really? Really?
I will bow down before you each morning and thank whatever powers are still left in this universe for giving me the happiness of basking in your love.
Barry, just eat the donuts already.
No, I have more at stake here. Ambrosia, please.
Yes! Yes! Those are the words I always wanted to hear from you, my darling.
Oh, sweetheart, you're beautiful.
Hey, this is like the Twilight Zone. Oh my God.
We could have the dry goods area. That can be our special place. Again.
Yes. Oh, sweetheart, look me in the eyes and let me see how yours twinkle in the light.
Oh, what a unique thing to say to me. No one's ever said anything like that to anybody before. You are so
Ambrosia, I
romantic.
don't know what's more perfect about you, your stunning smile or your hourglass figure.
Oh.
Wesleya, this is going to drive me crazy. This is going to make me crazy. So let's go get those bags of flour and build a wall.
You got it.
You two are just jealous. You're jealous because Ambrosia and I have something real.
Is it real? Or is it just some kind of a sprinkle of sugar on top?
Right. And you know
No. What Ambrosia and I have is broccoli.
And now, Barry, I am really listening and I hear everything. And Gretchen, water and flour make paste and cement, and we can build a wall and you and I can go behind it.
Fine, because I wasn't talking about metaphorical broccoli. I actually have real broccoli. I had it packed in my briefcase. I was going to eat it for lunch that day. I've been saving it wrapped up in a cooling pack in order to preserve it. I have broccoli, Ambrosia, and you and we're going to get the nutrients from those broccoli cells, and you and I are going to thrive and live while you two can have all the donuts you want because you don't have anything real like broccoli.
Blind, right, Gretchen?
Yep. And even though I would die for some broccoli right now, you can have the broccoli. It's probably wilted.
Right. And you know what's real, Barry? Gretchen is a real friend. That's real. And
Yeah,
we need broccoli to prove that.
that's right.
Barry, say something. Tell them that our love is enough.
Ambrosia, I don't have any broccoli.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
The way it is, Ambrosia. That's what you want.
You dashed my hopes yet again.
I'm sorry, Ambrosia. I do think you're a nice person, but we don't really have any kind of future together.
We have the next until the rest of our lives together. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, I just don't feel that way about you anymore.
You felt up that way about me 5 minutes ago. What happened?
I don't know. Stop trying to hold me accountable for my feelings.
I thought you were a romantic man who would love me forever. I've never had that kind of love. My own dad didn't even love me. And you were my last chance.
I have a feeling we're going to be here for a long time. That this is probably going to come around again, Ambrosia.
Look, okay. So we didn't find love today, but we're very close to getting a unanimous vote on the donut. Can we please take one more vote and see if we could eat one of those fresh donuts? Maybe that's enough for one day in a donut shop. A donut. I vote we eat the damn donut.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Here, take a piece, everybody. Take a piece. On the count of 3, let's just eat it. 1, 2, 3.
Mm, mm, mm. Oh,
Wow, that was good.
Huh.
gosh.
Oh,
I forgot how good.
I love you. I think I love you all.
The sugar's like boing.
How
Wow.
messy it is. Oh my God. Oh,
You have powder.
God, it's all over your faces.
Mm.
Oh God, that's delicious.
Oh,
I want life to be like this every day.
Well, okay. It didn't happen for us today, but don't worry. Tomorrow is another day. And that is our show. Thank you all so much for being there. Let's bring our entire cast on stage because there was one more person, and that was Arastu, who was our off-stage improviser making those sound effects. Arastu, thank you very much. On the count of 3, everybody, let's give our audience a big bow. 1, 2, 3. My friends, thank you so much for being here and for watching our show tonight. We are here every Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. California time and Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. California time, always with a completely improvised new show just for you and all based on your suggestions. We still have 6 shows that we haven't even unveiled yet. We are just getting started. Please go to synergytheater.com, check out our online performances, take a look at everything we have to offer, and be here every Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. and every Friday at 7 o'clock p.m. in order to help us bring this improvisation to a wider and wider audience all the time. If you think doing improvisation looks like fun, it is. And if you'd like to try it yourself, you can. You can take an improv class with Synergy Theater. I teach them myself, and I would love to work with you. So go to synergytheater.com, click on our School of Improvisation page, take an improv class. We have a whole new series of classes starting up next week. Improv 1 starts on Tuesday. And if you've never improvised before, that's where you're going to want to be on this coming Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Please go take an improv class with Synergy Theater. Finally, if you are on Facebook and you would like to talk more about improv and learn more from other people who have been improvising for a long time, we have a Facebook chat group. It's called Talk About Improv with Synergy Theater. It's open to everybody, performers and audience members. Go on Facebook, search for Talk About Improv with Synergy Theater, join our Facebook group, and talk about improv with us. We'd love to see you there. Finally, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We always rely on the generosity of our patrons to help us fund our endeavors. And now more than ever, since so much of our revenue earning capabilities has been affected by the pandemic, we are more than ever dependent upon the generosity of you, our audience members. If you had fun tonight, or even if you thought about a donut tonight, that should be enough to send you to synergytheater.com. Click on Support Synergy Theater, and please help us continue to bring free online entertainment to a wider and wider audience all throughout these challenging times. My friends, thank you so much for being here. Be safe, come back, and always remember, Synergy Theater loves you. Good night.